Wizkid, I don't understand. This young man just started yesterday. You want to compare to Baba. Fela is Fela. You can't have another Fela. And to think that Fela didn't have it easy at the beginning, a lot of people didn't understand where it was coming from. In fact, at the initial time, people did not even like Fela. Oruka has become like a wedding anthem. Of course. And I tell people, see, you might say I'm saying it because it is my song. Oh. If you're getting married, make sure you dance to Oruka. If you want that marriage to last, because Oruka has got 90-something% success rates.
Really?
I'm telling you.
You think about that?
Oh yeah. I mean, for God's sake, once upon a time I was a little boy, little child.
True.
I had my mom and my dad with me.
Okay.
But now they are gone.
Okay.
You understand? And then I had a brother, and now he's gone. You understand? I had a sister, and she's gone. So why would I not think about that? So I think about everything.
Do you get scared when you think about that?
No, because Lagbaja.
Amubaba muko.
The person behind the mask.
Yes.
I know that person.
You know the person.
Yes.
We don't know the person.
All you know is Lagbaja. But the
singer.
person that carries the masquerade.
Yes.
I know that one.
Okay.
Gone.
Tell us.
I was just looking at people as I was coming, and I could see what a lot of them are carrying. You know, the load they're carrying, the pain they're going through. They're trying to survive from day to day. You understand? So the current situation is not pleasant. We cannot be lying to ourselves now.
Okay.
We can't be lying to ourselves. I drove into the filling station to buy fuel, for God's sake. We can't be lying to ourselves. It is the truth. It is painful. Oh. Some people will be hurt. Oh. See, I have friends who are politicians. They are going to be saying, why is he saying this now? But it is the truth. They need to hear this. If you do not hear it enough, you will not be moved to do something to relieve the pain of the people.
Okay, sir, there's this one question I've always been meaning to ask you, and it will be a delight if you can clear it for us one time for all, sir. Well, you once expressed dissatisfaction about the fact that some people misspell your name, Neji, instead of Neji. Am I correct? Sorry, intonation, Yoruba intonation. Am I correct, sir?
You're absolutely correct.
Okay.
Yeah, in fact, I got so frustrated that at the point, I just stopped correcting people. You know, let me give you it happened recently.
Okay.
Like a few weeks ago. I was on set and I spoke about this.
Okay.
On set, how they misspell my name. I left. By the time they sent me a clip of the video, before they would put it, they would go live, they still spelled my name wrong. So I'm going to check you out, just in case you do the same thing.
Yes, please do, because I did my homework, so I'm not going to mess it up.
Just in case you do the same thing again.
Okay.
You know, in fact, it was so bad that even my children in school, when they'll be telling their teachers that, no, this is not how to spell my name, their teachers will be telling them, shut up. What do you mean? You don't know how to spell your daddy's name. This is how your daddy's name is spelled, double N. You know, I think to a large extent, it's the media that caused it. Yeah, some people in the media actually caused that. You know, I don't know why, for whatever reason, but they caused that.
Okay, so for posterity's sake, for the sake of people, what tribe are you from, sir? So they can get it clear. Everybody can get it clear. Where are you from and how is it spelled actually?
Even after saying all that,
they
still get it wrong.
My God.
And I don't know why. Anyway, for the benefit of the show, I'm from Cross River State, from Ugoja, and I speak Ishibori. Yeah, so Neji, N-E-J-I, is an Ugoja name. Yeah. There's no dot.
There's no, I'm just saying periods.
N-E-J-I, finish. That's all.
Okay.
That's all. You understand?
Okay.
Finish.
Okay. All right, sir. Well, my people of God, I think I forgot my manners. Oh my goodness. I didn't even introduce Popsy to the show. I didn't even give him anything to cool and, it's all about chill and vibes in our studio here. Please, hey, where is our, let me say it the way we say it here, Alejo something. Let me take care of daddy on the show. Let me take care of daddy on the show. Please bring it forward. Please bring it forward. Yes. I totally forgot my manners, but here it is. Should I be honest?
This looks very African.
I came prepared.
Looks very,
Should I?
In fact, it depends on what is inside. I hope that what is inside will match the way this thing is looking. Eh?
Can you guess, sir?
Well, I can't guess.
Okay. Oh yeah, let's just unveil the...
Okay, now.
Okay.
This is a serious matter. Oh my goodness. Yes.
So does it match the...
Yes, it does match.
Okay.
But the thing now is that I'm seeing only one spoon here.
Okay.
So that is not how it's done. When you have a visitor and then only your visitor is eating and drinking and you're not eating and drinking, no, it's not complete. Okay. It is not African.
Okay. Now
in Africa, we share. We can eat from the same pot, the same plate. We eat together.
Oh yeah.
That's what makes it.
Mr. Director, producer, permission to follow suit. My spoon is on the way, my people of God. Well,
this is correct pepper soup with fish and plantain and.
But it looks nice. And it smells nice.
Very.
And you're going to have a taste before you leave. I'm going to make sure of that. My people, let's get into the show real quick. So, what is that one thing people misunderstand about you that you want to correct today once and for all?
Okay, we just talked about the spelling
of your name, yes.
I think that's the most important thing that I tried to change. I actually tried, though. I made an effort to change that. But I just do not know why. It was just stuck on some people. Because the media drove that name. It drove the name so hard that it stuck with people. I think that is primarily the major misconception. Yeah, that's the spelling of my name, because they just assume that because it is Neji, it's got to be double N. Yeah.
All right. Moving along from there, well, does the persona of Mr. Fantastic ever feel like a cage you have to live up to, or is it just a natural extension of who you are?
Are you talking about my name, my persona, my brand?
Yes, with Mr. Fantastic. Mr. Fantastic, Mr. Romantic, Mr. Melody, Mr. Magic. Play your music, make me shine. Are they two different people, or is it just who Mr. Sonny Neji is?
I'm an artist. Just like every other artist, like every other creative person. I mean, look at your studio here. It's looking so beautiful. Yeah? I'm sure that camera can catch the backdrop. See, the person that made this, yeah, you can say he's a carpenter, but he's an artist. You understand? It took his time to put this together. And whoever designed the studio is also an artist. Do you understand? Because there was something in the person's head wanted to, bring to the fore. So I'm an artist. I make music. I make music depending on what is happening around me, what I'm seeing, what I'm feeling, what I'm going through, what other people are experiencing. So whichever one just resonates with me, I am able to create from it. So that is part of me. That is my life. That's what makes me complete, actually, as a human being. So it's not something I need to struggle to do. It's a part of me. It's a part of me.
An extension of you. All right, thank you so much, sir. Well, every artist, there's a conversation going about saying that every artist has a quiet period. Well, what was the most profound lesson you learned about yourself during a time when the microphones weren't as loud?
Well, for me, every day is a lesson. And the older I get, the more I know and understand. Yeah? Sometimes I just take a break from creating and just think about life in general.
Okay.
About people, like my neighbors, my friends, my colleagues, my family, my country, the world. You know, sometimes I just sit and just have a conversation with God. Yeah, that's what is this life really all about? I mean, what are you thinking about? I'm talking to God now. Like, what are you really thinking about?
Okay.
Why did you come up with this? Me and everybody and everything that you created. What is your purpose, your plan, your end game?
Do you get a response?
When you're talking to God, you have to, after you've spoken, you listen. Yeah. If you listen, you will hear. Now, hearing does not mean that you will understand. Yeah. It doesn't mean you understand, because after you hear, you come up with more questions. You understand? With God, you can have as many questions. There are answers, though. There are answers, actually. But you might not get the answer readily or immediately. You understand? That is why he is God now. Are you the one who command him? Answer me now. You have to answer me now. No. He will answer you when he has. Maybe he's even answered you, but it's because you are not in a position to understand. So it takes a while. So I just ponder about life, you know, and everything and everybody, and about even death.
You think about that?
Oh, yeah. Death. I mean, for God's sake, once upon a time, I was a little boy, little child.
True.
I had my mom and my dad with me.
Okay.
But now they are gone.
Okay.
You understand? And then I had a brother, and now he's gone. You understand? I had a sister, and she's gone. So why would I not think about that? So I think about everything.
Do you get scared when you think about death?
No, because it is a natural thing. Yeah? Before we came, there were those before us. They lived their lives and they left. We're here. We'll also live our lives and we'll leave. And I think that's what everybody should be thinking about. Because if you think about things like this, there are certain things that you will not want to kill yourself or kill somebody over. You understand? Because we are all just passing through here anyway. Nobody's going to leave this place alive. Nobody will. So the moments we have with each other, like this moment we're sharing now, I appreciate it. Do you understand? I value it. Conversation we have, I appreciate them. I value them, because that is the moment I really have. I don't know what tomorrow will be. But this very moment, God has given it to me and to you. I value it and I cherish it.
Okay, sir. Well, that conversation about death got me hungry. It got Popsy hungry. I'm going to call him Popsy throughout the show.
No, why you call me Popsy now? Okay. My name is Sonny Neji.
Well, I have a nickname. I get to create a nickname for everybody that comes here on the show, seated opposite me. So my nickname for you today is Popsy.
No, your nickname for me should be Oruka.
Oruka.
Call me Oruka.
Okay, Oruka. Oh yeah, let's go, sir. You first.
Okay, so this is for us.
Yes, for
Hold on now. Why are you rushing?
You don't need to bring my spoon.
Hey, you brought your spoon.
Yeah.
Before you eat, are you not supposed to pray?
It's okay.
Okay, but wait. Are you a Christian or a Muslim?
Christian.
They're Christians. Okay, so we pray the Christian way.
Yes.
Father God, we thank you for this food you've set before us.
Thank you.
We cover it with the blood of Jesus Christ.
Blood of Jesus.
As we eat, the food revitalizes our body.
Amen.
Nourishes us.
Amen.
In Jesus' name.
Amen.
And bless the pocket that provided the resources to bring this food to this table.
Amen.
In Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you, sir.
Yes. So now we can. Oh yeah. So when you come out the winch with this side.
Winch. Okay.
Yes.
Let's make a come out the winch
Come out
with
the
this
winch.
side.
Yes.
Okay.
That it is African.
Y'all are welcome to join us.
Now I can eat. Wow. Wow.
I told you it's good, sir.
Wait.
Wait,
the person that made this, I'm not supposed to be talking.
Yes, sir.
Because I'm feeling the pepper. There was a person that made this run a restaurant.
I'm the person that made it. I made it. My people, I made it.
Oh my.
Would you like another scoop, sir?
Very nice.
Can I have another scoop, sir? Okay. Delicioso. Every time. Let's move along, sir. You can have some water.
I will.
Okay. You have a diploma in fashion design from Yabatech. Is that true?
Yes, it is.
Okay. If you had to design a contemporary collection today, what story would the fabric tell about Nigeria?
What story with the fabric or the design?
Yes, the design, the fabric, and everything about our current situation of this country.
Oh my. Oh my.
Will it be a crazy?
The current situation of this country is like a man or a woman that is completely stripped naked.
Kosasho.
Don't you get? You understand? So, in fact, I do not think you should ask me to go that route, because the current situation, whatever is going to inspire, you will not like it. All I'm seeing is nakedness and rags, and you understand what I'm saying, and pain and
anguish.
And I'm actually saying the truth. I'm saying the truth. God knows I'm saying the truth. People are going through a lot. Nobody should pretend. Nobody should pretend. I know that some people who are doing well in this current situation, but there are just a few. They're just a few. The majority of the people are going through it. On my way here, I was just looking at people as I was coming, and I could see what a lot of them are carrying. The load they're carrying, the pain they're going through, they're trying to survive from day to day. You understand? So the current situation is not pleasant. We cannot be lying to ourselves now.
Okay.
We can't be lying to ourselves. I drove into the filling station to buy fuel, for God's sake. We can't be lying to ourselves. It is the truth. It is painful. Some people will be hurt too. See, I have friends who are politicians. They are going to be saying, why is he saying this now? But it is the truth. They need to hear this. If you do not hear it enough, you will not be moved to do something to relieve the pain of the people.
Well, sir, moving along, still in the same conversation, would you advise Nigerians to still vote for the present administration next election?
That is not the question you want to ask me.
I had to,
It's not the question you want to ask me. What I want Nigerians to do is to speak up and say, I'm not happy. I'm in pain. Things can be better. We're seeing what is happening in Europe and America and elsewhere. Take our young children now. Most of them, their heads and their minds are in those places. They see what is happening there. They want those things to happen in their country.
Sure.
Most of our young people, they love their country. Trust me.
I do love my country.
They would rather not stay anywhere else. I can guarantee you that. They would rather not stay anywhere else. But the situation is forcing a lot of them to jackma. And you know the sad thing? Even the older ones too are looking for her to jackma. No age. Do you understand? So, I would say, Nigerians, use your tongue to count your cheats. So I'll leave it there.
All right, sir. Let's move along. Now, let's talk about childhood really quick. Your childhood. You grew up as the last of 5 children. Is that true? Is that correct, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. How did being the baby of the house in Ogoja shape your drive to be heard on a national stage?
Well, right from my childhood, I've always wanted to, I've had dreams. I wasn't the kind of person that will follow the crowd.
Okay.
You know, do things because everybody else is doing it. I thought for myself, dreamt my own dreams and tried to make my decisions and follow my own paths, you know. I wasn't easily influenced. Like, for instance, now, I grew up with people who were drinking. Drinking to stupor, drinking to the level of becoming alcoholics, but I didn't drink. Yeah? I hung around people who were smoking. I didn't smoke. You understand? So I'm that kind of person that, you know, I know what I want to do and how I want to do it. So even as the baby or the last born of the house, it was always like that. Yeah. If there was something I didn't like or I didn't want to eat, you cannot make me eat it. Even though sometimes, you know, all those kind of childhood things. Like when I was growing up, I didn't like beans. Can you imagine?
Well, you have kids who don't like beans.
I didn't like beans. My mother did everything so that I would eat beans. You know one of the reasons why I didn't like beans?
Why?
You know that insect?
Okay. Relatable.
So even if the beans is so clean that I will still believe that somehow that insect is there somewhere. It's hiding somewhere. So I had a good relationship with my mom. You know, as the last born, I spent a lot of time with her. Even though she died, she didn't stay to see my adulthood. Wow. You understand? But it was very interesting being the last born. It wasn't as if I got away with everything. I and my immediate elder brother, who is late now, were always fighting.
Oh, okay.
Maybe because he felt that because you're the last born, you're always getting away with things. It wasn't as if I was getting away with things. I remember one day my mom beat me. Oh, in fact, my dad never beat me, but my mom did once, and I can never forget it.
What happened, Daddy?
Because she gave me some money to keep, and I went to play, and I lost it. Ooh. That was very irresponsible. Yes. So for her to give me her money, it meant that she trusted me. But that day I behaved very irresponsibly. You know, so it was well deserved, and it stuck.
How were you disciplined, sir? With spoons, mortar,
with spoons, serious beating, slap. What are you saying?
Slippers, beating.
Yes,
and all that.
Yes.
African mother, swallow to you. Okay, sir. So did you always wanted to sing, or you had other passions, and music just got into the way along the line?
Right from when I was little, I was singing and dancing. Oh. But, you know, back at home in the village, it was traditional music. I was a member of a little boys dance troupe. Okay. We called it Akata. So I was a member of that dance troupe. Even though it was a children's dance troupe, they were very serious. We used to be very serious because we rehearse like every week. We're rehearsing, you know, to sing and dance. So that was the foundation. Then when I came to Lagos, my elder brother, I lived with him. He was a music lover. He loved music so much that every month he would come home with an album. Every month he collects his salary, he walks into a record shop to buy at least one album. So we had lots of records. In fact, my exposure to music, contemporary music, was very broad. Because in our house then, listening to jazz, hip hop, R&B, funk, rhythm and blues, country music, akbala, juju, Fuji, high life, traditional African music. He was just a music lover. So he just bought all these records. So I grew up listening to them. So that shaped me. That was like when I started writing my songs, my style was very eclectic. If you listen to me, like I had a little bit of everything inside of me.
Like Afro, something in it.
You know, so it was because of that foundation. That foundation.
Thank you so much, sir, for answering that question. Now, we've seen music go through a lot of evolution from Vine to streaming. If you had to record an album using only 90s technology today, how would that limitation change your creative process?
90s technology?
Yes.
What do you mean by 90s technology? Because by the 90s, we already had digital studios.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. By 90s, 90s was the beginning, yeah? Early 90s. In fact, late 80s, early 90s was the beginning of digital incursion into music.
Music.
Yes. But from the 80s, somewhere around there, back to the 70s, 60s, we had analog recording, analog record studios, where everything was played analog. So your bassist, you're not sequencing from the keyboard, the drummer, the keyboardist, the guitarist, the horseman.
Live.
Yeah. So if we have to record like that again, it'll be great now. In fact, that is how to make music. That is why...
Compared to now.
Even now, let me tell you what happens now. Right now, yeah, they went digital, but they've realized that the life is in the life.
Okay.
So they do what you call hybrid now. Some digital and some analog.
Okay.
You understand? So that is the only way you can make music that will last too. That's why if you... Maybe, I don't know about... which generation are you? Are you Gen Z or are you
Gen... millennial.
Millennial people are very stubborn. They are very, very stubborn.
Millennial.
I think Gen Zs are better than you people. You know, somehow. You people are very, very stubborn millennials. You know. So, but if you listen to songs that were recorded way before you were born, let's take like Ebenezer Obey, for instance. You can play his song today. It's to be meaningful, to see sound live, to see it's something that you want to keep. There's something classic about it. You want to keep it even for your children and your children's children. And that is because when you have in a room a group of musicians come together to make music, everybody pours their spirit and their soul in it. You understand? And that makes something very unique and beautiful.
That's why we keep going back to our old songs.
Oh, yes. That's why I keep going back.
And it keeps making sense to us.
Absolute sense.
And we keep wishing that we can make music like this nowadays.
In fact, the young generation now are going back there to get inspiration.
Exactly.
Yeah. They're going back there to get... Because that's where everything is.
So what is your take on AI producing music and singing the song? And you do know about that, sir.
Let me drink.
It's going to drink to eat. My people, I hope you're still sticking with us.
AI has come on.
Yes, taking
AI
our
is not
jobs.
going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. When digital recording started, that was how it came. A lot of people were fighting it. What's going to happen to the bassist, to the guitarist? A computer can play everything. Now,
AI, you don't pass
AI has come, has passed that level.
Yes.
In fact, something will come to pass AI's level another time. Basically, in life, The only permanent thing is change. When change happens, instead of fighting it, learn it and adapt and use it.
Learn it.
Learn it.
Don't run away from it.
No. Learn it, adapt, and use it. Because it's like you cannot fight it. Even if you do, you will not win. You asked me a very important question now. AI is doing everything in music, supposedly. But it's not just in music.
Yes.
AI is drawing mad architectural designs right now. What's going to happen to the architects? People went to school to study architecture. AI is doing, in fact, people are using AI to do operations in the hospital. You understand? I was in the hospital a couple of days ago, and all the doctor did was to clip something to my wife's finger.
Okay.
Clipped it and entered some information. And he started reading, and you could see everything on the screen. Everything on the screen. So learn it and use it to improve what you're doing. So AI is singing. We'll try and understand how it's doing it. See how we can use it to improve our singing. AI is playing instruments. We'll try and understand how it's doing it and use it to improve. So we just have to adapt, learn it and adapt. There's nothing we can do about it.
Well, my people, now you heard. Let's adapt it. Moving along, let's talk about the song that got away. Is there a song in your discography that you believed was a masterpiece but was completely overshadowed by the success of Oruka?
Well, I've never really thought in this direction. The song that got away, I like how you put it. Very creative. The song that got away. Is there anyone? No. I think that all the songs actually found their spot. They found their spot. Even the ones I didn't think were going to find their spot, they did. Let me give you an example.
Okay.
I did not pay attention to the song Tolo Tolo.
Really?
To know where you they go. This your guy, all are for sure. Do you remember me?
It was one of those songs that you say, okay, let me just have it there.
Yeah.
You know, I did not pay attention to Tolo Tolo.
Okay.
You understand? And then Tolo Tolo became a hit, and I was surprised. I paid so much attention to Face Me and to Oruka.
Okay.
You understand? So I think every song found their spot. They found their spot. People will like what they like. Oh. It doesn't matter what you do. Yeah? People like, if I carry this spoon and this, hold on, I'm coming. And I just do. And then sing on it. Just this. So you say, what is this nonsense you're doing? Yeah? By the time you put it out there, see that people are liking it. People are downloading it. People are sharing it. People are streaming it. People will always like what they like. It doesn't matter what you do.
Now I understand. All right. Moving along now, let's talk about TV and radio eras. You did a whole lot of promotion back in those days. Like every of your song was a hit back to back. How did you do it? And how were you able to manage marketing? And how were you able to, do you still incorporate it into your work?
Well, what determines if a song is going to succeed?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, promotion is very important. Promotion. If you have the resources to push, it goes a long way. I mean, can't take that away. It goes a long way. The reason why we still, if I tell you now that, okay, no, assuming you want to do a child's birthday party now.
Yes, sir.
You're thinking of soft drinks to buy. There's one part, I'm not going to mention it too. There's a particular soft drink that will come to your mind first.
Yeah, of course.
That's the one. If you do not see that one before you begin to consider any other one, why is it the first recall? Because the owners have been spending money over the years to promote it. Constantly, they push it in your face. You understand?
And now it's stuck in our brain.
Exactly. So that is the power of publicity and promotions. So if you have publicity, you have resources for that, it's fantastic. It will put you in people's faces. Now, what happens? You need to have substance. Excuse me. You need to have substance. Because the worst thing that can happen to you is to spend all that money to have your stuff in people's faces, and then they discover that,
There's nothing there.
is this it? What is this? That will kill it as fast as the money you spent to promote it. In fact, faster. So if you have substance now with the resources, fantastic. Fantastic. So at that time, we did what we could do with what we had. And thank God that the materials we had substance too. You understand? So that was what happened. In fact, do you know, I was at Sheraton Hotel one day at the lobby, and this couple, this gentleman and his family, they were leaving. Then he suddenly saw me. The wife was heavy, but she was holding another child. He broke off from his family and ran to me. He ran to me to come and shake my hand. He was almost kneeling down and said that, he said, please, sir, you don't understand why I'm shaking you like this. He held my hand. Calm down. I said, you don't understand. He said, you see that woman there? It was your son, Oruka, that got me that wife. So,
Okay.
So when you do something that has become a part of people's lives, I mean, at the end of the day, you say, yes, it was worthwhile.
All right. So are there cases whereby people walk up to you and then ask you that, and then congratulate you and thank you that, okay, due to this song, I got my spouse, due to your song, I did this happened to me. Have there been situations like that?
Exactly.
Aside that,
I just gave you one.
Aside that one.
Lots of them. Okay. Some people, when they're planning their weddings, they're planning with Oruka in mind. I'll give another one instance. This young man wanted to get married.
Okay.
In America. Told us the bride-to-be that he was going to get Neji to come to their wedding. She said, it's impossible. You can't get it. He didn't argue with her. They went ahead to continue planning. He contacted my management, discussed and everything. And I flew into America. 2 days to the event. I was in America. Yeah, 2 days to the event. She didn't know. So they had the wedding ceremony. They went to the reception. At the reception, everything was set. And then they started playing Oruka. I was outside.
Okay.
They gave me the microphone. I started singing from outside.
From outside.
So she was wondering, who is this person that sounds like Neji? And then I stepped into the arena, and then she saw me.
In America.
It was, she almost fainted. You know? Oruka has become like a wedding anthem.
Of course.
And I tell people, see, you might say I'm saying it because it is my song. Oh. If you're getting married, make sure you dance to Oruka. If you want that marriage to last, because Oruka has got 90-something% success rates.
Really?
I'm telling you.
we're giving you this tea. If you're about to get married this year or next year or any year you watch this video, play Oruka on your wedding day for the success of that marriage. You've heard him. Okay, let's move along, sir. Now let's talk about vocal longevity. Your voice has remained remarkably consistent. What is the most un-rockstar-like thing you do to protect your instrument? We know people get protective about their instrument. What is that one thing you do to protect yours?
Well, I try not to take too much cold drinks. It affects my vocal cords.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I try not to stress too much. Too much stress
Okay.
affects my vocal cords. I try not to drink too often. You see this drink I'm having now.
This soft drink.
This drink I'm having now, I don't do it often
Okay.
because if I do this too often, it will affect my vocal cords.
Wow.
Then I try not to shout too much because shouting too frequently affects my vocal cords. So whatever it is that I've noticed over the years that once I engage in affect my vocal cords, I try not to engage in them.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir. Well, moving along. Well, when the history of Nigerian high life is written 50 years from now, sir, what specific break do you want to be remembered by for laying?
Well, the thing about history is that we just do our best and then we leave the rest. We'll be remembered the way history decides I will be remembered.
You don't like to put a specific tag on it? That Sonny Neji started this?
No. You know why I cannot?
Why?
And I should not. Because what will I say about the one who created everything else? The one who gave us everything else? Do you understand? I know where everything came from. I know the source. I'm just a channel. Yeah? So I can't begin to claim and insist that you have to remember me like this, you have to give me this, you have to give... No. Everything goes back to God Almighty. Yeah? I will just keep doing my best. Do I enjoy doing it? Do I love doing it? Do I feel? Do I sense it? And I'll leave the rest to God. Because I am a grounded and complete artist. I write according to how I feel and sense.
Okay.
If I'm sad, I write. If I'm depressed, I write. If I'm angry, I write. If I'm happy, I write. If I'm joyful, I write. If I want to inspire, I write. If I want to challenge, I write. You understand? I mean, there are artists who, well, that is what they want to do. They only want to write about the happy things. Okay, it's all right. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not going to judge you or hold it against you. But the artists who want to reflect everything happening around them, you have to allow them to do that. So I reflect everything happening around me at every point in time.
Okay.
So that when you see my body of work and you're listening to them, you can say, okay, this was happening around this time, or it was feeling like this so time, So that is what music is to me. That's what it's a form of expressing myself at every point in time, depending on what is happening around me.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Now let's talk about family a little bit. Well, you've kept your family life relatively shielded. In an era of oversharing, social media and the likes, how do you teach your children to value private joy over public validation?
We have two sides to
Okay.
us.
Yes.
I believe everybody should have their public life
Yeah.
and their
Private
private
life.
life. I think a man is happier
Mm-hmm.
if he's able to, in quote, manage the two separately. Some people may not agree with me, but it's my personal opinion. But I'd rather keep my private life private,
Mm-hmm.
and then my public life public.
Public.
That way, I will have more peace. But if I throw my private life in the public, everything goes. Where will you run to hide? When I'm stressed in the public, I run
To your private life.
to hide, to recuperate if I'm hot,
Okay.
to re-energize. But if that private life is gone, everywhere this light is shining, there's nowhere for you to lie down and sleep. Imagine, that's how God designed it. Imagine that the sun refuses to set.
There will be no rest.
Exactly. How do you survive it? So there's a reason why he created day and night.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So, by the grace of God, I actually try and make the effort to keep my private life private.
Private. And your kids away from.
Well, whether I'm succeeding, I don't know. I'll leave that to you.
Okay,
But I
sir.
just try to. I try.
Are any of your kids walking the same line as you are?
Incidentally, all my kids are incredible singers.
They can sing.
They sing better than me, far, far better than me. In fact, yesterday we were in the studios, and I said, come and do backups for me in the studio, so I will not pay backup artists. All of you can sing. When they came there, they said, Daddy, hold on. No, we don't like how you did this. I said, no, sing like this. They said, we understand. Just listen to us first. You understand?
Okay.
I said, okay. You still do what I want you to do, but let me listen to you first. They said, now, they sang, I played the song. When they finished singing, I said, okay, I think I prefer your style. I prefer your style. So I don't know if any one of them is going to
Sing. Take it up
yeah?
professionally.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not forcing it. You understand? I just let them do what they want to do.
Okay.
If they decide to fight, they don't. But they have the ability to sing. They all can sing incredibly.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Well, the ultimate wedding anthem, Oruka. Has there ever been a time when your own marriage felt like it didn't fit the lyrics of Oruka, and how did you navigate that?
Marriage is a choice and a decision that you have to make. I've been around for a while. I've seen marriages that will crash after a few weeks, some after a few months, some after a few years. In fact, some people get married and stay for as long as even 40 years and still they break up. Marriage is a school. Marriage is, like I said, a decision. You just decide that, okay, you're in this for the long run. It doesn't matter what happens. You have to progress in that relationship from seeing yourself as just husband and wife to family, brother and sister. Yeah. You have to progress to that level. When you see yourself as one. In fact, both of you're not going anywhere. We are here together. We are family. So you're not thinking or planning outside your spouse. Have there been challenges? Like everything else in life, there are always challenges.
Okay.
But what do you do with challenges? Do you run away? No. You're supposed to rise up to them, because you see, in every one of us, God has given us the capacity to rise up to whatever challenge that presents itself. You can deal with it. But it's just that a lot of people are impatient. They are unwilling to learn, to grow, to understand that this thing you think that you can run away from, no, you cannot run away from it because you're still going to face it wherever you're going. So how long are you going to keep running? You just become a runner. Small challenge, you run. You go there, small challenge, you run. You'll be running forever. But you stay. You decide that this is the person that you loved, your spouse you've gotten married to. Whatever comes, both of you rise up to it and you deal with it.
Okay. You've been married for how long, sir?
I've been married for like 20-something years now.
20-something years. Wow. Take his advice. He's been married for longer than I was. Well, I'm not a Gen Z, so I wanted to say for as long as I was born or something like that. Now let's talk about P-Man a little bit. Well, as the first vice president of P-Man, you're dealing with years of internal friction. If you could delete one systemic habit in the Nigerian music industry, what would it be?
I would delete the lack of seriousness and commitment to the true growth of the industry.
Okay.
The sincere growth of the industry. That's what I would delete. You see, we have what we call an industry.
Sure.
But by the time you compare it to what is obtainable, let me not even go to Europe and America, let me go to African countries, some of African countries. You see that they are more organized than us. Our music is doing great.
Yes.
Incredibly well. In fact, it's rocking the entire world. There's no part of this planet you go now, you won't hear Nigerian music.
Sure.
Yeah? But the industry back home here is not organized. We should be sitting pretty well now because of what is happening to our music. But the industry is not. In fact, I think it's a Nigerian problem. No, like seriously, I think it is a Nigerian problem. The Nigerian factor is affecting every area of our lives. Like seriously, the Nigerian factor is affecting us. We are so gifted, we are so blessed, but to harness these gifts and blessings and transform them into something monumental, we're just not able to do it. We're too selfish and too self-centered. I think that is our problem. We are selfish and self-centered.
What is the way forward?
That is a very good question. The way forward is for us to pause.
Okay.
And see beyond ourselves alone.
Okay.
The way forward is for us to begin to think about the collective instead of just me, me, and me. If we think of the collective good, we have enough resources that will transform. If this happens, I can guarantee you that Nigerians who have run away, they'll begin to, in their droves, come back home. There's no place like Nigeria. It's just that the greed and selfishness here is too much. The self-centeredness here is just too much. That is the way forward. Let us pause and put the collective in front of us.
Okay.
That will solve our problem. As I'm thinking of eating this beautiful dish you presented to me, I'm not thinking of eating it alone. I'm saying Toby has got to eat. Everybody else has got to eat. Until everybody is able to eat, we have no peace. You have no peace until everybody else is able to eat. You cannot sleep well. Some people will be cursing you, sir. They'll be swearing for you. If you turn like this, they will swear. Turn like this, they will swear. So we need to begin to think of the collective. Let everybody have lights instead of only me having generator and solar. Yeah? Let everybody be able to eat instead of only me having 10 rams in my house and cow.
In the industry for the P-man, let everybody
else be able to think that the industry should be good for everybody, not just for a few.
Okay. All right. Let's move along. Thank you so much, sir. You've seen many young stars rise and fall. What is one survival skill the new generation of Afrobeat stars are missing?
One survival skills.
Yes.
I'll tell you something. Let me take this drink first.
All right, sir. It's got to be interesting. My people, we are here for it, Sha.
What advice do you have to give to a rich man?
Ah.
No. You cannot give them
Jack.
any advice right now. You know why? Because whatever they are doing is working.
For them.
Yeah? Whatever they're doing is working for them. But I'll tell them this, regardless, whether they want to hear it or not. Let them think about the industry here in Nigeria. With all the experiences, with all the exposure now, with all the resources they have now, they can come and say, okay, let us fix this industry. See, because they are benefiting from where things are organized. I can guarantee you that the bulk of their successes is not from Nigeria. No, it's not. It's from where things are organized, where they are thinking of the collective, where anybody, doesn't matter who you are, so long as you're good, if you plug in there and do something great, you will benefit. So let them say, okay, we've seen how this is working out there. Let us come and put things together here and get things working. That is my advice for them. You know why? Because at the end of the day, your home is best. Your home is best. Anything can happen anywhere.
True.
But you need to have somewhere to call your home.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Now let's talk about royalties. Well, many veterans struggle with the starvation of royalties. What practical advice do you have for an artist whose fame is high, but whose bank account is low?
That still boils down to the fact that,
Collective.
yes, we do not have the structures in Nigeria that would take care of this. That's why lots of artists are going through this. They're suffering it. Because we do not have the structure. Are people not listening to music? They are. Are people not patronizing music? They are. Are they not streaming? They are. What about the benefits from government? Like, government is taking care of several other sectors. Isn't government supposed to also protect this sector? Because this sector is a high employer of labor.
True.
Government should. But why can't we get all those things? Why can't we harness? Because of selfishness and self-centeredness. That's what we need. That's what we need. So we need to get P-Man truly working for the benefit of
The
all.
collective.
For the collective. And then, these people that you're talking about, this category of people, they will see their benefits. They will see their benefits.
Well, now let's move along and talk about collaboration. You've worked with Ice Prince and Fino, if I'm correct. If you were to do a high life geofusion, which young underground artist would you tap right now?
Underground?
Yes, artist would you tap right now?
I don't have an underground artist I would tap right now.
Okay.
But there are people that I would like to work with. You're not underground artists.
Okay, they are not. They are pretty much blue.
Yeah.
Okay. Who would
The
you
people I
like?
would like to work with. People I respect. People I feel they are very creative. That I know that if we jump on something together.
Let's have names.
I'm thinking as I'm talking,
Okay.
the names are running. They're running.
Names, Padawa. Oh, yeah.
One of them is Tiwa.
Ooh, Auntie T was savage. Okay. Papa would like a collab. Just saying.
You know, I'm sure we'll do something. It'll be wow.
Amazing. I can't wait, Seth. If that can happen, I am behind it and I am for it. Now let's move along. Well, let's talk about tradition and culture. Yeah, you were conferred as the I don't want to misspell or say this in
Pronounce it. If you don't get it, I'll correct you.
Hell.
Try, make the attempt.
You were king of music in your
Pronounce it.
sir.
It's an African program.
Okay,
Pronounce
Ashe one of Ejakok. Untol Ashe one of Ejakok.
Ntol.
Forgive me.
Ntol.
Ashe
one of Ikajok.
Untol Ashe one of Ikajok. I got that right?
You tried.
Yeah, okay. Well,
it's a chieftaincy title.
Yes. In a traditional setting, we've been a modern. How do you feel? How do you feel about the title? What made them confer that title on you?
I actually have two titles.
Okay, two titles.
Yeah. King of Music from my lovely, wonderful people of Ogoja.
Okay.
Well, it's their way of showing their appreciation and their support for what I do, you know, and I really appreciate it greatly. You know, for someone who left the village as a young boy, but still was able to project, you know, his community in his art, you know, so they really appreciate it, and I appreciate them. They are incredible. They are wonderful.
What's the
people.
other title?
It's the same thing,
Okay.
from two different communities from the same place.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
sir. All right,
exactly.
sir. Well, you often sing in multiple languages. Is that correct?
I try to sing in multiple languages.
Yes, Yoruba, Oruka, Tido. One would have thought you're
Even-
actually
even-
a Yoruba person, a
Yes.
Yoruba man.
Yes.
What other-
Even in Hausa, I haven't sang in Hausa. I think I did the song with Idris. Idris had to teach me how to.
Okay. Well, is there a specific emotion that can only be expressed in your native dialect that English fails to capture?
Not just my native dialect, but in vernacular generally.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I mean, there are some things that English cannot, you can't explain.
Express.
No, you can't express them in English. Like Oruka Tidowono. You cannot express that in English.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Like Idem Nobno. In fact, Idem Nobno it's a classic of mine. My people love it so much. If you ask me to explain that song, I'm always struggling to explain it in English because it is too deep. You understand? It is very, very deep. So songs in vernacular, in African dialects, they are too much. They are too much. And I'm sure you know, if you hear Yoruba songs, some very deep Yoruba songs,
That's true.
if they try to explain or interpret those songs in English, it loses its meaning.
It won't even be that interesting.
It will not be that
And it'll be
interesting.
like,
Exactly.
okay, that's true. All right, so now let's talk about well, you've seen the Wizkid versus Davido fan wars. As a veteran, does the industry feel more like a competitive sport or a collaborative orchestra to you?
That's not new now. I mean, Wizkid and Davido fan war, it's not a new thing.
Okay.
It's not a new thing. It's just that because it's happening now, and a lot of people didn't know that it used to happen in those days.
Okay.
I mean, those days,
Competition is allowed.
it's always been there now. Those days, it used to, in fact, if you were a Juju follower, if Sonny Ade released a song and Ebenezer Obey released a song, they would think that both of them are abusing or fighting each other.
Yes.
You know, so it's always been there. It's always been there. That rivalry has always been there. Michael Jackson and Prince,
Yeah.
it was there. So it has always been there. So it's not new. It's a normal thing, really.
Okay.
It's just that because we have the social media now and people can actually hear and feel what is happening at the other side in the twinkle of an eye. So they think that, oh, it's always been there, really.
Okay, now what do you think about, how would you address the Wizkid versus Fela and Nicolakbo feud? Abi war?
There was no feud. I don't think there was any feud. I didn't know. In fact, I just saw it and I just laughed about it.
Okay.
How can there be feud between Wizkid and Fela?
Okay, one is saying one is greater than...
No, but where do you want to place? It is ridiculous now.
Okay.
It's ridiculous to say you're greater than your father.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? It's just the fans that started all that. I just saw it and I just laughed and I just walked past. I said, these ones are not they are not serious.
Okay.
Fela is Fela. You can't have another Fela.
Okay.
Fela is, whether we like it or not, inspired all of us that came after him. And to think that Fela didn't have it easy at the beginning, a lot of people didn't understand where it was coming from. In fact, at the initial time, people did not even like Fela. There used to be one artist called Gerald Opino those days.
Okay.
The heydays of Fela. If Fela was having a show in Lagos and Gerald Opino comes to Lagos to have his show, nobody will go to Fela's show. Everybody will go to Gerald Opino's show. What was he singing? Geraldo was singing copyright, singing James Brown and the rest of them.
Ooh,
yes.
Familiar sounds.
Yes. But today, Fela's sound rocks the entire world. Originality. If you stay with it, it might be hard at the initial time, but trust me, it will speak at the end. Fela's sound now affected the entire world. So, you're talking about Wizkid. I don't understand. This young man just started yesterday. You want to compare to Baba? I mean, there's no basis now. He's doing well. He's doing well. Yeah, but how do you want to compare them? Why do you want to compare them? There's no basis.
All right. Now you heard. Let's move along. Well, you spoke about something in the past in an interview. You said you spoke about the scarcity of Naira currency. Now, if you were the Minister of Culture, how would you use music to heal economic trauma of the average Nigerian?
How will I use it to heal economic trauma?
Yes. How would you use
music
to heal?
Can music heal it?
Yes.
There's no money in your pocket, no money in your bank account. You go to market and what you used to buy yesterday for 100 naira is 1,000 naira, and then you say music cannot heal it.
Well, if you say you give us money per song we listen to in a day, if you give us...
Who will give you the money?
Let's move along now, sir.
Music really can only inspire us.
Okay.
Yeah. Make us think better, see things clearer. Yeah, help our vision, encourage us. But the things that the politicians need to do, the policies that they need to put in place to make life better for everybody, they have to do that. Music cannot do it.
No be music.
Like the petrol price. If I sing for you from here till tomorrow, petrol price will still be where it is.
Exactly, and it's won't enter.
See, you understand now?
Unless somebody is paying for that petrol and not us. Okay, sir. Now you're nearly 60.
I'm 60.
You're 60.
Yes.
Please, can you take that camera and show? Well, we can see you. You're dapper. You're handsome. Sir, what is your secret to staying young and fit and healthy? What is your secret?
The Bible said it. The
Let
Bible
me
said
write
it.
it
The Bible
down.
has said it too.
Okay.
Eh? I might not remember the exact
Oh, okay. Please.
place to quote now.
Okay.
But it says moderation in everything.
Hmm.
Too much of everything is bad. Isn't it?
True.
I just told you now that I'm drinking this wine because I'm on your show. But after this now, I'm not going to drink wine again for the next couple of weeks.
Soft
I
drink.
don't take it every day. It is why I didn't mention the wine.
Okay.
Didn't mention the wine. Yeah? It is because it looks like something else I don't want to mention. It is wine.
Okay.
Eh.
Yes. Yeah,
So-
well,
Moderation.
moderation.
Do everything in moderation. Eat in moderation. Drink in moderation. Play in moderation. You understand? Work. They say hard work. Hard work. Even that hard work, qualify it. Because you can kill yourself with it. Oh.
That's
What
true.
are you working for at the end of the day? You understand what I'm saying? Do everything in moderation. And then you'll be happy.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Is there anything you would like to talk about that I've not even stressed or talked about yet?
Yes, there's something I want to talk about because people have been asking me, Sonny Neji, where have you been? What are you doing? You know, have you stopped singing? Are you now a politician? Have you gone into business? You know, are you doing buying and selling? All right. I'm a musician. I'm an artist. I'm still recording. I've been recording now for the last couple of years. We've been working on my EP that is coming out very, very soon. I know I've said it before, but right now, the very, very soon is closer.
It's very close.
It's closer than the last time I said it.
Okay.
It's coming and you'll not regret it. And when we drop it, you're going to stream it, download it, share it, promote it. Abi?
We can't wait. As long as it is by Sunny Neji, we cannot wait, my people. Oh, yes, sir. So lastly, but not the least on the show, we have a segment titled Versus. I'm going to be giving to you 2 names, female and 2 male names. Then you tell us what you can about them from personal experience with them. Probably you have some friendship or admiration for them. So, shall we, sir?
Okay.
Okay, for the male version, let's talk about Two-Face Dibia and Lagbaja Kokobilo. So let's start with Uncle Two-Face. Sorry, I'm saying Uncle Two-Face. Let's start with Two-Face Dibia. What can you say about him, sir?
Okay. Now this segment of your show
Yes, sir.
is the gossip segment. You want to gossip,
We're not
and
gossiping.
you want me to gossip, to join you in gossiping.
No, to join you in revealing some truths about these people we have mentioned that are actually very nice truths.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I've dealt with these 2 people personally.
Okay.
Okay, let's start with Two-Face. I'm not going to dwell on that for too long. Just 1 or 2 things I'll say.
Okay.
He's an incredibly gifted artist. Very passionate too. Very humble. Also highly misunderstood.
Misunderstood.
Yes, highly misunderstood. But he gives his all at every point in time. Yeah? And he shows everybody that this is who I am. He's very sincere. Wonderful artist, wonderful colleague. I've done a couple of things with him, even though we are still planning to do some things together. You know, so Two-Face, I remember that song we said we would do, so it's time, we'll do that song now.
Uncle Two-Face.
And then Lagbaja,
Okay.
Lagbaja.
Omo baba muko.
The person behind the mask,
Yes.
I know that person.
You know the person.
Yes.
We don't know the person.
All you know is Lagbaja.
Lagbaja, the
But
masked
the
singer.
person that carries the masquerade,
Yes.
I know that one.
Okay.
Gone.
Tell us.
You understand? No, I'm not going to tell you. It is only the person that carries the masquerade that will come and reveal. I'm not going to be the one to do that.
Don't reveal
But the Lagbaja that you know, very, very talented artist, gifted. He's grounded in the African tradition. You hear it in his music.
Yeah.
In the music, he doesn't joke. He doesn't play with it. You know, very creative. Maybe one day, very soon too. Maybe we might do something together. But he's very gifted, very creative, very talented. People do not know anything about him.
We don't.
No, exactly.
Give us a clue, sir.
No, so we'll leave it like that.
I'm not asking who his identity, guys. I'm not asking. Just like a little tidbit about him. Is he dark? Is he light skinned? Is it? People say there's a belief we had about him that he has tribal marks. Is it true?
Very interesting. I'm not about to tell you. I'm not going to be the one to tell you. Only Lagbaja will tell you that.
Okay, it's not Uncle. It's not Uncle Sunny Neji is not giving us any tea. But okay, we move on. Okay, so for the female version, let's talk about Tiwa Savage. We spoke about her earlier, about a possible collaboration, if possible, in the nearest future. And Mrs. Let me just say her name as we call her, Rita Dominic. What can you say about these two lovely queens?
Okay, Tiwa Savage, I met with her in passing some years back before she had a big break.
Wow.
You know, and I've actually been listening to her over time. In fact, I don't think there's any female singer who has had consistent hits back to back like Tiwa Savage. You know, she's awesome, incredible, her vocal range, very creative. Someone I also like to work with. Rita Dominic, I also have had the opportunity to work with her on a movie called Proof of Life. Yeah, and both of us were the lead actors on that set. I was her husband. It was a very challenging role. You know me, I'm not like an actor, you know, but then they gave me that role. I had to interpret it. And working with her was it made it so easy for me to play the role. She's an incredible actor. You know, someone that she has a wonderful spirit. Someone that you meet, you want to meet again. That's the kind of person she is, you know. And it was nice working with her. Hopefully, maybe sometime in future, we might work again. All these are incredible people.
All right, thank you so much, sir. And that's about Versus. Before we leave, sir, well, some people are saying that let us see Mr. Sonny Neji's face. We've not seen his face. Yes, we know he's the one girl you've been talking to right now. Can we just see his face, sir?
You want to see my face?
Yes. Can you do it with
Hello,
glasses?
this is my face. Can you turn this camera? This is my face, and this is my face, you know.
Without the shades?
What do you want to do? Why do you want to remove the shades now?
Without the shades.
This is the new Sonny Neji. Don't you understand?
Okay.
This is the new branding.
Okay.
Everywhere you see me, I have my shades on.
And your cap
Yes,
on.
exactly.
All right. Now we're about to leave now. Before we go, Sarah, can you please kindly tell the people at home to like, share, comment, subscribe, to watch as much as possible and share to their family members and inner circle.
Hi, this is Sonny Neji, and you're watching African
AList.
AList. Keep watching, keep sharing, keep streaming. Just forward the links to all your friends and families everywhere. Great show.
Thank you so much. Now we're about to leave. Let's take a scoop. Sir? What do you say, sir?
About?
Let's continue.
Yes, please. So now we are finished talking, so we
Yes,
can go back to
our
our food.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's go. Bye, guys. See you next time. Bye for now.